Undying's the only one I could think of. And they played it in game 1 as well, didn't they? Linger.
I'm surprised there's been no Bane. No Bane. No, no Jakiros.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't like those heroes up against Timbersaw, though. I think Undying's much better.
Well, I just meant in general, like, throughout the series.
Oh, yeah. They just seem to... I mean, Aster Aries have picked Tree every game, and that seems to be their go-to pos 5, so...
Radiant team pick.
Okay. It goes up in value a little bit up against the Undying, the PL. I think it's better this game up against the Spectre than it was against the TV. But
It just
against
needs that
Spectre's
support.
but like Spectre's a Radiance hero, right? So all of a sudden,
10
PL
seconds remaining.
already has something to deal with that he doesn't really want to be dealing with.
5 seconds.
Normally a Radiance hero. Let's, preface that. Just because I would say the majority of the Spectre games I've seen haven't been, Spectre on Radiance.
Radiant team banned.
No Radiance, I mean.
Yeah. Spectre on Radiance. Or I meant to say with a Radiance.
Right.
Dire
Okay.
team banned.
And they go to the Leshrac, which is another counter for this PL.
Yeah, this PL, and it's really good against Timbersaw as well, right? Because of all the magic damage. So it's a pretty good Lesh game. Could even play it like as a off-lane duo with the Clockwork, if they really wanted to.
10 seconds remaining.
You have the
Radiant's
cogs
team
into the
back.
Split Earth combo. Tree does just die if he ever gets caught out by that.
So,
seconds remaining.
is your Timber offlane here?
I would
5
assume so.
seconds remaining.
You probably want to be laning him up against the Spectre. I like Linger's draft much better though already. I think the Slash pick's really good.
Dire team banned.
They have their PL answer. They could kind of do with a little bit more magic damage on Linger. A bit more team fight would be nice as well. Oh, do you know what? I want to see Sanking actually. It doesn't really work with the rest of the heroes that they have, but
Radiant team pick.
I think the
Brewmaster
last
might
two
be good
times
as well.
The last 2 times you asked for Sand King, you've gotten it. Like that game.
Yeah, that's true. I think Brewmaster's better though.
Is he though?
Yeah, I think, or like a Legion, I think is pretty
10
good as well
seconds
because you get the purge for the Willow.
5 seconds
Could go Axe
remaining.
potentially. Don't know how much I like that against Timber Tree though. They could go Puck off lane. Oh no, it's banned. Right, okay.
Dire team pick.
So they're just going counter, counter, counter.
So
As
I wonder
much
who
as
plays-
possible.
I wonder if it's Shaker 3 then, or the Clockwork 3. Or like Shaker mid, maybe? I mean, I don't know, but...
You
Yeah,
may
I-
now select your heroes.
I don't know, I think that the Shaker pick rounds up their, like, lineup nicely. So it's going to be Clock 4... I think that Lesh is the mid player, isn't he? And then, so it's going to be Shaker 3. Okay, yeah, I like this. Shaker's pretty good against PL in lane. Like, the Shaker Clockwork combo in the offlane between them isn't great. I think their draft overall for the game looks fine, unless Quap pops off. The only way they lose this game is if Timber has a really good time, or Quap has a really good time.
This game's going to be troublesome for the PL. And again, you can't put all the pressure on him.
The thing is, though, this time at least they have a position 3 in the Timbersaw that scales well, so they're not so reliant on the PL. Whereas last game, this Tiny was like a blink dagger, right? It felt like that was it.
I mean, even the Veno
Yeah.
didn't feel like much.
But they weren't supposed to scale last game. They were supposed to win the early to mid game and then push on, but they didn't, unfortunately. I prefer Linger's lineup, but I can see how Asta would win because they have good team fight again with the tree and the willow. So like, if these early 5-5s break off before, especially before they've got their BKBs on Linger, they could be in some trouble. But I think if both teams played a clean game, I prefer Linger's lineup.
Thing is, we just have not really seen a clean game up to this point. It's been pretty sloppy from both sides, quite honestly. Win, lose, or draw.
Prepare for battle.
So, gonna be game 3 coming in here. Shrek over mid. Are they looking for any specific matchups? Doesn't look like it. Just send Clocker, Shaker off lane. No real look anywhere for a matchup.
I don't think the lane there'll be anything crazy with the lanes. I don't think there can be, to be honest. Look at this clock though. Looking at the quap, he wants to see where she puts the vision down.
What a position.
Phoenix has gone for this quelling blade again. I really don't like it. Yeah, he sees that the wall goes down.
Immediately pings
really
it, and
nice.
nobody knows he was there.
Yeah, it's really well
impressive.
played.
Yep.
And the only reason he gets there is because he has boots first as well. So he knows that nobody's really going to be heading up that way anyway.
The battle begins.
Oh, the PL's actually going to get at least one rune here.
He shouldn't get 2, right? Yeah.
No, it's fine. Do they get 3 runes though on Aries? That's really nice.
So, any of these matchups favor one side more than the other?
I think the top lane should be fine for the PL, at least in the early stages, until the Shaker gets some levels. Sundying's actually going to TP bot. I think they have to pressure this Timber at level 1. If they don't, they're going to really struggle. Yeah, like they're just using all their spells on him straight away. Even if Spectre misses a couple of CS, they have to pressure the Timber, because the lane gets harder and harder.
He survives for now, but taking a lot of damage. Finally, Rico comes over. Bramble Maze lands. And he's already used the salve on the Timber, so might even turn to look to kill this Undying if he's not too careful, but already so far away.
Guess what I'm build Rico went for this game on the Willow?
Boots?
Yeah, look. It's just so much easier.
And really just learns from past mistakes. Bramble Maze set in a decent spot, but well navigated by the Spectre.
This is really good for the Timber, though. He's getting so much solo XP into this tier 1. Like, the Willow's not taking anything away from him. Oh, Courier goes down there.
Nothing on it. And we've got level 2 for the Timbersaw.
Now the lane gets a lot easier. This feels really good for the Timber. And mid lane as well. This Lesh is absolutely destroying. He's doubling up the CS of the Queen of Pain at the moment.
Seriously. Just completely out farming him. Rico gets first blood onto the Undying.
It's amazing how much better this lane goes when you have boots, though. Like, that's not a flame to Rico, but like you guys can see it as well. That it's so much more difficult for the Undying to chase you down.
Yeah.
Like, he has this Orb of Venom, so he wants to be constantly poking at you, but the boots advantage means he never gets on top in the first place. Feels amazing.
You know, the fact that he doesn't get on top of him means he's not giving up first blood. You're not making that lane better or so much better for others. His stun hits again from the Shrek. Phoenix has not avoided that, it seems, once.
I was like, who's playing Phoenix? What? Top lane as well, B. Getting chased down a little bit, but he's fine. Rico might be in a bit of trouble bot lane. But this Timbersaw is forming a wall.
A reactive wall. 1 of armor. Spectre doing really well. 15-3. Like, these lanes still, you know, even though the Timber's survivable now, Spectre's having a good time.
They didn't ever deward that Obs, by the way, mid. Which is a bit worrying.
It's odd considering the fact that, I mean, he clearly pinged it out.
Beam gets this really deep ward down before as well at the start of the game. I didn't see this, and it allows him to get the PL's career coming in. That's really well played. And now the PL's just only got this Tango and the Ring of Regen in lane to sustain. He's got the living armor, I assume, as well. Oh, Tree actually hasn't leveled it yet.
Wow. He's got that Leech Seed, which is something you've talked about taking early.
Yeah, they get the D ward when the ward's got like 2 minutes left to go. Okay. Clock has to take the arcane before the Willow denies it, unfortunately, but means the Lesh isn't going to get a bottle refill.
Which is nice.
Depends if you're the Lesh or not.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's not going to get the bottle refill there, but it's not the worst thing in the world. I always think the 4-minute one's not the worst. Because...
one of his supports usually dies. It's fine.
Yeah, one of your supports either usually dies, and or you get the bounty rune. Or you get both. Which is the way it might just set up right here. So it's going to time out with the time up with the 15 or with the 5-minute rune of the bounties. I mean, that's always fine. If you're the Leshrac, you're happy your support dies.
I mean, the Queen of Pain's not having an amazing time in terms of CS either. Like, she's doing okay. Well, do you remember what I said before? But I think the Timber or the Queen of Pain, one of them has to have an amazingly good game.
Yeah.
And it doesn't. I mean, Timber's doing pretty well, but Queen of Pain's just doing kind of okay. They're gonna start pressuring the Spectre down here.
Spectre at about 4th health. They look now Timber under the tier 1 tower. They're looking for the Shadow Realm Strike to finish off this Spectre, but Spectre's healed up more than enough.
Big kill.
Timber ends up dying, and it just... Oy, that falls apart for Aster Aries. I don't think you could be giving up a kill like that.
Yeah, especially with that. Like, I understand what the Timber's trying to do there. He's got the catapult wave. He wants to like try and dive the Spectre a little bit, just so he can enable the tower to do damage. Sorry, the catapult to do damage.
Spectre
Sonic
using
Wave.
Haunt. You get the kill there on the Leshrac. They'll try to get this Quap. Ooh.
Oh, come on.
Not lucky.
That was really well played by the Quap though to TP in the creep in the neutral camp though, right? Like, that's the only way she lives there. So I'm pretty sure she saw the clock coming over on the ward.
Clock level 3, Dark Will 4, Treant 3, Undying 3. So the supports are behind on Linger by a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Not like we saw in the second game from Aster Aries and how far behind their supports were.
And this PL is the one that shocks me. I'm surprised he's having such a good time. I feel like Shaker should be doing a little bit better up here, but I guess that's the difference between the lane supports. So Clock against Tree, like this Tree just enables the lane so much more.
What's this Earthshaker?
I'd like to
really
see the
do?
Lesh. Say that again, sorry.
What is this Earthshaker really to do to slow down the PL?
Unsure, honestly. I think the Lesh has to come and play with the Shaker maybe when the Shaker hits level 6, and they might be able to get an Echo Slam into like split Earth kill. I think that's probably the best shot they have.
Yeah. Because at some point they're going to need to slow down this PL. They can't allow him to just free farm
Echo?
like this.
Okay, he echoes and kills the tree, but now it means the PL's not scared of anything for the next little while.
Yeah, is that really worth it?
I don't think so.
Radiant's bottom
I mean,
tower
it's nice
is
for the
under
Shaker because
attack.
it gets him much closer to his blink. Like, he's only about 1,000 gold away now.
Still not sure if that feels like it's really worth it. Clockwork's still sitting level 3.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Nothing really doing with the clock, and you really do want him getting closer and closer to that level 6, so he could be your initiator with that hook shot.
Timber gets the bot tier 1. I actually think this game's gone really well for Aries, considering, like, I thought their laning stage was going to be worse than it was. And yeah, this
in
cop
trouble. Getting chased down over by the bottom tier 2, but yeah, he'll survive. Soul Reap's okay.
I can't believe this PO's had such a free time. Bot lane.
Radiant's
Really
structures
quite the free
are
time.
fortified.
Bot lane once again. Curse Crown, Bramble Maze, Undying getting harassed here. Clockwork comes in. They still can't get the kill on the Undying, but I say
Ooh.
that, of course. Just classic case of Caster's Curse. So they get the kill on the
Soul Ring
Undying, and they're going
up
to
in
chase
five.
under the tier 2.
Yeah, they had Soul Ring up relatively soon, but I mean, yeah, they take the bot tier 1 though. But again, this is the thing that the Timber still has. Like, now he's level 7, he can literally just sit here and do whatever he wants. Because they don't really have a hero that deals with him apart from the Lesh, who wants to be kind of pressuring the PL, not dealing with the Timber. They just have to keep the Spectre farming, but at the moment, with the PL having such a good game, I'd actually love to see the PL go for... I know Hood's really good this game, up against like the Lesh, the Shaker and whatnot. I'd still like him to see him go Diffusal first, and then maybe go back for the Hood. Or at least go for a Yasha Hood, because I think his farming speed would go up like tremendously if he built just like a farming item first. And I think the Timber and the Quap can like, kind of do okay in the mid game. You don't need to take these big 5-on-5s quite yet that
Yeah.
you would need the Hood for.
I'm not sure the Hood allows the tempo to stay or be what they want it to be.
It's not about, but the thing is like his farming speed is going to be, if he just picks the buys the Hood now and basically just carries on jungling the whole time, it's a wasted purchase, right? Because the only reason you would buy Hood is if you want the magic damage reduction.
Overgrowth
Top
with
lane.
Strack. Doing a lot of damage here. They need to be careful. Sonic Wave comes in. Bramble Maze down, trying to navigate it, but Shadow Realm Strike hits anyway.
Rika looks so much better on this Willow, like in game 1 and 3 than he did on the Pugna. Oh, Echo bot lane.
It almost felt like as Timber saw echoed up with the Haunt used, they'll get the kill on the Timber. It almost feels like Rico felt lost on that hero.
Yeah, it was just, he wasn't really sure what he needed to be doing to win the game, but that might not be a hero thing, that might be like a team composition thing that he's not really sure what he should be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Good kill from both teams though. It's really important they shut the Timber down when he's trying to like be as greedy as that by hitting the tier 2. Willow, mid. Ooh.
Oh, missing the stun. And now Timber comes over, so they might actually want to even turn this.
There's no Bedlam up for 5 seconds.
And they get to the high ground pretty well. But does he really want to test this? Spectre's gone drums. I would assume Radiance is next.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Can they get the Shaker with here? No. Okay. Mid lane.
Behind mid.
Oh, God. Yeah, he's gone.
Radiant's middle tower.
He's a melee creep at the moment, unfortunately. And this is what I was saying in game 1. I'm so surprised he managed to get a Hood so early. Because it helped him massively. This is the kind of undying items that I was expecting.
Go for the Timber Saw, but stuns are in. Terrorize comes out. That'll push back the Leshrac. Hook shot hits onto the Timber, but they've got 4 heroes. I don't know if you want to fight like
So
that.
tanky, though.
Sonic Wave comes in. Shadow Realm Strike finishes off the Earthshaker.
Timber's not the guy you want to be going on there. With this Hood as well, like he's really tanky. He had high armor stacks because the tower was hitting him the whole time as well with the creep wave. But do you see what I mean about the hood now on the PL? Like, he's just jungling. And the Queen of Pain and Timber are doing fine mid-game without him. He just needs to keep up his own farm speed.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Queen of Pain going into the Orchid, Timber going into the Yule, Spectre, yeah, Radiance to be expected. Some Dying Low doesn't have much in the Clockwork. Tranquils is all. Look at their net worth for the two supports here for Linger.
Scanning.
It's very sad, isn't it?
Strat going into that Yule's Earthshaker. He's got the blink, so maybe we can get something done with a blink Echo Slam, but they need to find the proper target, which it can't be the Timbersaw again.
Oh, he's not even going Radiance on the Spectre, he's going Manta. It's not a bad Manta game, like it's okay, but I feel like this PL is just going to go completely unchecked.
Yeah. And he saved so much, and it looked like he was just going to go to the Sacred Relic. Guess he made the decision to go to the Manta.
Because like normally, this Lesh would be fine against the PL by himself, but with the Queen of Pain and the Timber, they have so much burst damage that I think they're going to just focus Lesh first every single fight, and then the PL doesn't get touched. They almost have the Orchid on the Queen of Pain as well. Yeah, this is rough.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
This has gotten
attack.
much better for Aster Aries than it really seemed like it should.
Top bounty ring.
Got the Yules. Now Squareworth with the Haunt. Overgrowth committed, but it's not going to save the Quap, so the jaunt forward, they'll get themselves a second.
Alright.
That's really
Big
well
kills.
done by Linger there.
Big kills, one for each core, which is nice. Oh, he went Yules on Lesh. Right, okay. So this old Boots of Travel build that you used to see from Leshes all the time is out the window now because you don't get the double TP to effectively refill your mana.
Top tower is under attack.
So the you remember when people used to just rush Boots of Travel all the time? It doesn't happen anymore. Like you actually need mana sustain.
Ooh, they're going to spot the Timber coming in.
And he doesn't care.
Timber Chain
Like-
with the Chakram thrown forward, and they're just going to back up.
If Timber TP's somewhere, everybody has to run. Because they don't have any way of dealing with the Timber. Nobody is like close to a Vessel. Clock has an urn, but with 400 or 500 gold on top of that, he's still so far away from anything that allows him to deal with the Timber.
So now the Diffusal.
And now,
Phantom Wedge.
yeah.
There's Sanjanyasha next.
But why didn't he go Diffusal into Hood?
Yeah.
Because he's just jungled the whole... He's 0-0-0.
Radiant's top tower is under
Why
attack.
did he feel like he had to go Hood first if he wasn't ever planning on joining
Has been
fights?
killed.
He spent
It's
this
really
entire
frustrating.
time just farming with that Hood instead of where he could have, where he could have had that Diffusal and played a little bit more aggressively. Granted,
But no, but he
the
doesn't-
rest of the team has helped.
But the Diffusal helps him farm the jungle. The Hood
Yeah.
doesn't. So, like, he gets both items and he would have got them slightly quicker if he'd have gone for the
Dire's
Diffusal
middle tower
first.
is under attack.
It's not that he's playing badly, I feel like he went into default mode, you know?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Just kind of going through the motions.
This Timber's just pushing top tier 1 as well. The Lesh is coming up, but...
I'll hit the stun, but we'll see what that's really worth. Nature's Grass, hook shot in. Cogs will probably push him back, but the question is, will it be enough? Overgrowth will hold them down, so it won't.
He just...
I don't know if anybody's
He's so...
surprised.
I don't know
Blink
how...
Echo onto the Quap. Terrorize. Is it in time? It looks like it might have been. The Quap gets away. Timbersaw now. He's in the mix, but he's out of mana and out of life.
Here comes
So
the
they get the
PL,
kill.
though.
Great Sonic Wave hits on a 3. They'll go to the Phantom Lancer, and he just dies. He's literally just dead on his screen already. Now, Bedlam used, but it just does not seem like it's going the way of Aster Aries in this fight so far. Manta gets popped, Spectre continue to move forward, Spectral Dagger is used, you'll use yourself up, but at the end of the day, you'll end up dead regardless.
Wow. And how much does this feel like game 1 though? Where like... Oh, but it's the other way around now. Where one team had a really good start and then the other one just played the team fights better.
Yeah.
The Timbersaw also started that fight with no mana. Because where he'd been using his mana to push the wave out to try and take the top tier 1. So like when he got hit by the cogs on the clockwork, he just lost any kind of like remaining mana he had. He doesn't have arcanes, he only has Soul Ring to work with, like for the mana restore. I mean, he always gives him passive, but in terms of burst, like he couldn't really do any damage in the fight. Queen of Pain had to use the Orchid defensively to stop the Shaker from killing her. And then PR just walks in and dies from 100 to 0.
Immediately. Didn't even do anything. Like that just seemed really bad on the Phantom Lancer, and they're still ahead of 1,000 net worth, but I feel like that puts them so far back in terms of next time they want to engage.
Mm-hmm. But now the Spectre has Manta, like that one fight for the Spectre is huge because he finishes his Manta and now he has an extra 1,500 going back for the Radiance.
Yeah.
So he's still going for the Radiance, which I still really like. I think it's important this game. You don't want to rely on the Lesh just to be the only one doing the damage against the PL.
I just think he could have gone Radiance first.
He could have, but he seems to really value this Manta on the hero. Like he did it in the other game as well. Do you remember against the TB?
Mm-hmm.
Also, it's a lot more efficient as Spectre when you jungle to kill the little creeps first. I wish people would remember this. Because you get the more effect from the Desolate damage on the bigger creep. So you get more Desolate hits.
Right. Interesting little tidbit. If you're looking to gain some MMR in the carry role.
Free MMR. You won't believe your eyes when you see this.
5 reasons why you're going to gain MMR. 2 will shock you. Echo Slam coming in. They've got the Haunt, and they'll get the kill into the Phantom Lancer. They'll jump forward again. And now it's Treant in trouble. It's slowed up via the Shrek. They've got the Yules. They'll land the stun. They'll get the kill. 2 heroes dead once again without buyback.
And they can just start hitting the tier 1 because the tree's dead. They have no living armor at the moment. This is really good for them. And I don't know. They just... I don't know what's happened to Aries this game.
And they came out of the gate so well in game 1. Yules, Bramble Maze. Cogs pushing Timber, but they need to find a way to get around him to finish him off. He's down low on mana. Going to put in right here with Sonic Wave available, but Radiant need to realize that they can't kill this Timber at the moment, so they shouldn't really commit too much to it. Clockwork Cogs has hook shot in 5. They might even re-engage, I want to say, but
it's fine. They got the top 2. They got the mid tier 1. They don't have Haunt up. They don't have Echo up. They might as well just wait and chill out for a while. Spectre manages to deny the top tier 1 as well. Like this game's going really well for them. Now he's even closer to the Radiance after that fight.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Almost has the relic at this point, actually. Lesh might be in trouble though. Yeah.
Buys back immediately.
Oh, that's a buyback. Oh. Just gets the TP off on the Shaker.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Immediately into the smoke too.
But where are they going with this? Like, Clock's just going to break the smoke on the high ground.
Yeah, and then just use Cogs, but well, they might be able to get this kill. They come across, they've got the Chakram, but look at the damage that this Timbersaw's taking, and he's away from his team. So he's in a lot of trouble. Clockwork out of mana, out of health. Timber Chain
Good
away, gets some
Overgrowth.
distance. Overgrowth comes through, saves the Timber Saw. They look over the Undying. Queen of Pain moving forward with the rest of the team because they've already
back
killed
on
the
Lash.
Clockwork as well as the Leshrac. Now they'll get the Undying. They've only lost the Treant, but still, Timber Saw ends up dead. Terrorize used, pushing back the Earthshaker. Hookshot comes in for the Clockwork, who ball back. They take out the Earthshaker. And they're going to go for the Undying once again. He just bought back. I mean, they committed so much. These buybacks come in.
Owning,
They finally get the kill onto the Dark Willow. And can Spectre do it all? Doesn't look like it. Out of mana, now on the run. Clockwork, can he get a save in? It doesn't look like it. PL committing. And there's the blink for the Queen of Pain. So they get the kill, and now they might even look for the full team wipe. Inside the cogs, there it is. Down
Amazing.
goes Linger, and Aster Aries with a 6k lead.
I was really unsure about that smoke, especially because the Radiant had vision on the high ground to start it. But they fought just before the Spectre got Radiance. So, like, the game gets 10 times harder for them when he gets it. So every fight they can force just before feels really good. I don't know why the Lesh brought back, though. Like, that was so weird. Oh, I don't know why Lesh has bots either. He really needs a BKB. Like, he needs to be able to tank up here. The bots doesn't make any sense to me at all. Even if he doesn't go BKB, like, he needs HP. The bots feel like such a wasted purchase. Like, you can always go back for bots and these more greedier items if you feel like you really need them. And yes, it makes you, like, faster and more difficult to catch in fights, and you can push out lanes and whatever, but like, your Spectre's having a really good game, so just secure it with the BKB so that you know he's going to be able to carry you later. You just have to get there first.
Maybe once they have the Radiance, they can fight, but if you already take a look, Undying gets caught, and he's dead again.
Like, this net worth lead has just exploded.
Ooh, Earthshaker just blinked.
He's in trouble.
Yeah. Timber Chain, they're right on him now.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Got the Shadow Strike with the Orchid. Essence Ring used, but you're dead again.
Okay, so Spectre has Radiance now, though. That's the big one. He has 999 mana. That's not very user-friendly.
Clockwork.
He has Haunt here if he wants to pop it, but...
You will. We'll see how much that's worth. Overgrowth comes in, and I believe that was avoided by the Spectre. Very well done.
He just went... I mean, he just manted to pop it, like the Overgrowth, but... He
It
just
looked like it
instantly
just
went back
never
to
hit.
where...
But yeah,
But,
not
like,
wrong.
now the Haunt's down and they haven't achieved anything with the Radiance reveal, right? Like,
structures are fortified. Dire's top
fights need to be
tower
going
is
better
under
than that, unfortunately, when big timings come along. Now Lesh is in trouble.
Terrorize, and they're around him. They're gonna get the kill. 4 seconds, no buyback.
Oh, this game just seems to be getting out of reach of the Radiant side now because they take like one really bad fight. And now the PL actually has items. Like, he has the SMY, he's got an extra 2,000 gold. And how much safer does this Queen of Pain feel compared to the Lesh now in fights? Like, she has a BKB, Lesh doesn't. And Queen of Pain's like, I can do whatever I want. Like, as long
You
as
guys
I get my
can't stop.
BKB off, I'm fine. Is Clock going for the steal?
Aries aren't really positioning around the pit to block a hook. And there's the hook. And
Oh, he got stuck in a
Aegis-
root.
Oh, doesn't get it. Goes into the hands of the Phantom Lancer. They've got the Spirit Lance. Sonic Wave used. BKB's been popped. They get the kill into the Earthshaker. They look over the Leshrac. He'll run away, but they're going to lose the Clockwork as well as the Undying. So 3 heroes down to the side of Linger. And if they lose the Leshrac and the Spectre, or even just the Spectre, I feel like they might just call the game if they didn't have buyback, but they won't lose
They could've-
either, so it doesn't matter.
They could have really used a Haunt there, though. That would have been amazing, right? Great Willows, though, by the... great route by the Willow in the pit to stop the Clock from getting the Aegis. That was... It's pretty cute.
You're hammering down. onto the tier 3. They're going to continue to put the pressure on. Take the tier 3, and everybody's up for both sides. So we'll see if Aries want to stay and fight.
Lesh gets BKB, they'll actually be scary because Lesh has like big amounts of damage, but every fight they're taking just before these items come out is so important. I don't know, like they've just been kind of slapped back down again almost on this Radiant side of Linger.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
This Timbersaw so tanky now as well.
Tier 2 tower. They forced the glyph, and meanwhile, while that's happening, bottom Diabolic needed to try and get this tier 2 tower. Maybe try and trade, but they don't actually get the tier 2 here for Aries. Stays alive with a little bit of health. They look over the Shrek. They've got the Cursed Crown, Shadow Strike, Scream, and down goes Shrek. They'll use the Haunt. They look over at Phoenix, but there's the BKB, so he's just able to get away. And the Terror Eyes. Ooh! All right. Cute. That was, yeah. Nice, cute
I think he might die for it,
he still might be dead. Echo Slam's decent. Gets the kill on the Dark Will, but they're still going to lose the Spectre. They'll end up getting the kill on the Timbersaw. He's got buyback hookshot in onto the Treant. Treant surrounded with Battery Assault. They get the kill on the Treant Protector, but they're going to lose the Clockwork regardless. No way out for him, especially with the Queen of Pain back.
Not awful fight for the Radiant side, but the fact the Spectre dies makes it pretty horrendous. Like, if the Spectre lives there at the end, then it's okay, but all this magic damage coming through when they don't have BKBs up is crazy. Like, this Lesh is dying first every single fight at the moment. And Lesh has to be the one that, like, has these long, sustained fights where the constant Pulse Nova damage is coming through, like, chipping away at everybody. So that when the Spectre has Radiance and pops Horn and the Lesh is doing massive AoE damage, like, they have these long fights that they can just take. But
Radiant's courier has been killed.
they keep smashing their head against a brick wall trying to get this Lesh BKB.
Now it's extended into a 5-digit lead, 10K. Queen of Pain, push these creeps in, go for the jungle, go for the outpost. Not that it's anytime soon to be collected.
So I just want the map control at the moment. Which isn't AC. Well.
He's down, looking over at the Spectre. Cursed Crown, Fissure hits onto the Timber as well as the PL. They've got the Silence onto the Spectre. Just focus the tier 2 tower bottom.
Lesh is getting BKB though, and he has it now from up in the top lane, and he has BOTs as well, so he can always join the fight if he needs.
Bottom tower has fallen.
Titan Sliver for the PL, maybe? Or are they just going to keep it on somebody else? I guess you give it to Timber, actually. It's pretty good.
Scotty next for the Spectre. Spectre is sitting about 2,000 net worth behind this Phantom Lancer, has the Satanic Diffusal of Sanjin Yasha as well as the Aegis going into the Basher next. But as I say, he's got the Aegis, it expires. So now just one life to work with.
He had Skadi queued up before, which I'm glad he's changed. I think the Abyssal's just a better choice, like long term, especially up against the Spectre. I think Skadi's really good against Lesh, but against the Spectre, Basher's definitely better.
Surprisingly, nobody took the Titan Sliver.
Oh.
Yeah, that's my thought.
I'd love to see this tree get a Vlad's instead of Blink. I feel like the Vlad's for his PL is really strong.
Things have surprisingly slowed down for Master Aries.
Yeah, but they're gaining their net worth leads. Like, you say slow down, but if the game's getting easier and easier for them, then... Oh, Quap.
Fucking bottom
Wow.
will get the kill on the Phoenix.
They found the PL.
And they might be able to get the kill into the Phantom Lancer. Doppelganger, Overgrowth comes in. We'll use the dust, Meteor Hammer down. Oh my god! 4-man Meteor Hammer. BKB finally popped by the Leshrac, but they're going to lose the Undying, and they'll both buy back. So Clock, Undying, buying back. Quap up in 70. Take a Tombstone for the gold.
Why are they buying back? What are they trying to achieve from this? See, these buybacks of this series just haven't made sense to me at all. Feels like there's a lot of gold just being thrown out the window.
Yeah. There was that buyback in the other game that really just made 0 sense. Our Shaker's got Ags now.
Invisibility.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I actually would have preferred the BKB, I think, first, but like if he goes, it makes him a lot more mobile, right? The Axe, so it's still pretty good, even if they nerfed it from before.
Dire's top tower
They
is under attack.
they nerfed the speed it takes. He like flies through the air and whatnot. I think this Undying might be in trouble here.
Dying, and he bought back, so he's dead for 70.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Rico level
He also
20 now
gets
as well.
Courier.
What's happening? Oh, PL's about to hit 25. Oh,
Yeah.
oh no. Hold me. Like both talents are really good as well.
Scanning.
They have sentries down. Rocket Flare comes in. They've got the fissure. Now the totem jump all the way over from NJ. They'll take out this Treant. But behind them, Kunipay comes in. BKB's been popped by the Leshrac. Hookshot. Spectre with the haunt. Sonic Wave comes in. And now jaunts over to the Dark Willow. Spectral Dagger thrown out. Going to continue to give chase. Aeon Disc. With the Terrorize hitting the Spectre as well as the Earthshaker. Bedalone. PL trying to
comes
get
the
into
PL.
this. Echo Slam used, but no, he doesn't do much.
This Lesh is in trouble as well.
They've got the Yules. They're right on top of him. They should be able to finish him off. Chakram thrown. Timber gets the kill. God, Timber Chain all the way across. Hits the Clockwork. He's on the run, but he'll fall too. Yep, buyback available on the Leshrac, and it's used immediately. He comes back into the fight, and here comes Phantom Lancer. Diffusal hits.
He's
Stun
dead again.
doesn't, and now he's just gone for the second time. They'll look over and get themselves the kill into the Dark Willow, but I don't know if that matters at the end of the day when the Spectre will be run
Bash.
down. Bash, Soul Rip, trying to keep the Spectre alive with the help of the Undying, but the Undying is just going to get ignored the entire time. They'll go after the Spectre, chase him all the way to the tier 3s, and eventually get this kill, right? They've got their bodies in front of the stairs and making sure that the Spectre can't run into the base. And then Nature's Grass slows him up for a second.
Oh, he went the
Doppelganger
wrong way.
around, and he went the wrong direction.
There's no TP on the Spectre though. Oh, cheeky bounty rune. Nice. But I don't know why the Lesh brought back, because without the beacon you can't fight anyway. The Undying's gonna die again here.
I don't know if Overgrowth was necessary for it, but we'll try to get this kill. Doppelganger over the fissure. They'll take him out once again. Did for 47 seconds. Meteor Hammer
Hey.
on the racks.
He went for the better
Radiant's
talent with the
middle
Doppelganger
barracks
this
under
game.
attack.
I think both are fine, like, because the damage is still really nice, but like the Doppelganger, they don't have great ways of dealing with the PL illusions at the moment, apart from Lesh. At the moment, he's just dying all the time. So
Radiant structures
mobility always really nice with the Doppelganger as well.
They get themselves another tier 3.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Spectre's up, but Spectre's at top.
Radiant's
Just
top
continuing to
tower
farm.
is under attack. Radiant's bottom
Well, didn't Doppelganger used to have like a 4-second cooldown with this talent? And then
It's
they nerfed it to
3
5.
or 4.
Yeah, because then they nerfed it to 5, and then they did the whole 80% thing on talents, which took another second off as well. What a talent that was. 4-second doppelganger. It's only 6 seconds now. Disappointing. Oh, he gets a Havoc Hammer on Timber. Almost level 25. Good stuff.
Treant gets caught. Spectral Dagger. Creature comes in as well as the Haunt. And now Spectre, where are you going to go? Undying in some trouble. Chakra on top of him. Phantomancer's here too. So Spectre trying to jaunt around as they lose the Clockwork. And now over to the Treant once again with the terrorized hit. So Meteor Hammer, Echo Slam, well placed. They get the kill there onto the Treant as well as the Queen of Pain. They'll buy back on the Treant and the Queen of Pain, but they lose the Spectre. So Spectre gone, Dark Will dead, take out the Earthshaker, buyback from the Spectre and the Earthshaker. They're looking over the Leshrac to pop the BKB, but he can only run so far. The Bash is hit, double kill here for the Timbersaw, as it's technically a full team wipe for the side of Aster Aries.
He actually has a Skadi as well as the Basher now on the PO. So like this Lesh can't run away.
Spectre just bought back. Fear, level 25 from the Queen of Pain. So now they've got the Yules, and this is a problem. Overgrowth comes in, and now Spectre's just going to die. Sonic Wave hits, dead for 2 minutes, and now the Meteor Hammer. I'll take Earthshaker 2, and that should be GG called by Linger. Aster Aries take the series 2-1.
Yeah, Linger will be really disappointed with this game. Like, they were doing so well. They got almost had the Radiant Spectre, then they take one really bad fight, and the game just gets out of control. Like, Lesh dies 3 times in a row just before he gets his... He might have even been 4 before he gets his BKB.